It says that black people are better off with black people, and white people are better off with white people.
Well, yeah, this is just the sort of thing I was afraid of.
Why? I think that I stuck to my end of their agreement.
But you say here that you think that if a black child was in a mixed-race school, that a white teacher would discipline them more severely.
Don't you think that's true?
And you say, well, you make the excellent point that you went to Columbia University after attending an all-black school, but then what's this here about Florida?
I suggested that if segregation was the ultimate goal, it would make sense to give us Florida.
Give you Florida?
Mm-hmm. Perhaps Georgia, Alabama, and South Carolina, too.
I think you know, Miss Hurston, that this idea would be offensive to a lot of people.
Why? There are a lot of black people there anyway. And it would be nice to have our own place and build our own businesses and tell our own stories and be celebrated for the work that we do. And for your people, too. Can you imagine just going about your day and not having to see any of us? It would make white people very comfortable. And it is white people's comfort that your organization is concerned with, isn't it?
I guess you think you're very clever.
Oh, I'm a genius, Mr. Cummings. It's the rest of the country that I'm worried about. Now, it is true that white people would have to move, but New York real estate is very expensive. So if we traded our Harlem for your Florida, it would work out in terms of real estate value.
I think you know that that's not reasonable compensation.
You want to talk to me about reasonable compensation?
Yeah, you hear me. I need that money back for the speech we gave you.
I plan on delivering what I agreed to, and I'm keeping the money.
No, you will not. Now, I need that money back. Now, or I am going to the sheriff and to the judge if I have to. You do not want to try me, Miss Hurston. I am unforgiven.
Mr. Cummings, I have an excellent memory for people's words. And I believe that you said something about your committee working very hard to make sure people know that you have the best interest of all races at heart. So how would it look if you put a middle-aged black woman who happens to be a famous writer in jail just as the desegregation case is reaching the Supreme Court?
You can threaten me. From looking around here, it doesn't look like you have the money for a lawyer.
Get out of my house, Mr. Cummings.
No, I will. And I'll come back with the police.
Go on and get the police. And I'll call every newspaper up and down the East Coast and tell them that I am being threatened with jail for speaking my mind.
All right, now, don't call the papers. You win, Miss Hurston. But this is a dishonest thing you are doing. A shameful and dishonest thing. I think if you disagree with segregation, you ought to just said so.
I can assure you, Mr. Cummings, I never believed in it more than I do right now.